Hey everyone, I'm Jackson, and I'm lucky to be here with yet another video. I hope you guys excuse my sinuses. They've been acting up this morning. Last night I was perfectly fine. I woke up this morning and I could not breathe out of my nose, and my throat was closed up, and I've never had any allergies, so it's really weird. I took some daytime Tylenol, severe sinus stuff, so hopefully I'll be getting better. But I apologize for my voice in this video, but I really wanted to go ahead and film this. If you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you probably didn't see, but last Friday on the 21st, I was stuck inside my college during a real lockdown. If you don't know what a lockdown is, it is where they tell everyone to hide, turn off the lights in the school. It usually happens when there is a terrorist threat or a active shooter situation in a school. An active shooter situation recalls Columbine, other school shootings, Sandy Hook. So my first class of the day was at 11 o'clock in the morning, and that class was my Religion in America class. I got out of that class at 11:50 and was starting to walk across campus to go to my biology class, which I have at noon. So I was on my way there, and before I could even get out of the building that my first class was in, there was this light that was going off, and I was like, that's kind of weird. That's never gone off before. Is this like a fire drill or something? So it was not a fire drill. I found that out pretty quickly because about 15 to 20 seconds after those lights came on, there was a loud voice that came through all the speakers that said that we are under a lockdown. You need to get to a safe place, turn off the lights, lock the doors. And I was sort of in shock because by all accounts I had thought that this place was safe. I did not think that someone would come to my place of education and just do something like this. So luckily I was about to go into a bathroom on the right, but there was an office near the very front of the school that one of the office workers said, "Do you need to come in here?" And I said, yeah. So there was a first door with a big window pane that was locked. They locked that, and then I went into a further office back behind there, behind some file cabinets, and then there was another door with no window in it that locked there. And so I was in there with the woman who did the insurance setup for all of the new hires for the college. So I got to know her a little bit. I think her name was Emily, but I cannot be completely sure. But I got to know her a little better. She was a very nice lady, and we were in there for just over 2 hours, as I said before. And during that 2 hours, the first 30 minutes, I think, were the most scary because nobody had any information on what was going on. We were just basically sitting blind, and you know, the first thing that came into my mind when I started hearing that we were under a lockdown was that there was an active shooter in my college, and I thought that someone could bust through that door at any moment and just shoot us dead. I was honestly thinking that my life was going to end that day. I'm sorry for all this theatric shit. It's really not like that. It was really, but every time the air conditioning would turn on, it would make this loud squeal like, "Ah." And every time I heard it, I jumped out of my seat. It's stupid, but it's one of those sounds that you don't notice until you really have to be silent. And then after about 20 minutes, WBTV actually called her phone in her office, and it started ringing really loudly, and I thought we were toast. I thought, that's it, WBTV just killed us. Thanks a lot. Thank you, dumbass news people. But after that, I called my mom after about 30 minutes in. I let her know that we were under a lockdown, but that there was no information showing that there was actually someone on campus that had intent to harm anyone, and that I had not heard anything else, that I was safe for the time being, and that I told her not to worry. And that's really all I could do at that time. So after about an hour in there, I really started to get the urge to urinate. I had to pee, honestly. I bring a 1.5 liter water bottle to school with me every day, and I drink that whole sucker down because I have to stay hydrated. But I was not expecting to be in a locked room for 2 hours with no way to get out. And it was really painful. And it's not funny. I mean, it was really uncomfortable, but we ended up getting on our phones and watching the live stream from the helicopter that the news had positioned over the school, and we saw that they were evacuating other people out of the same building as us, just a different part of the building. So I was getting hopeful that we would get out soon, and that was after about 1 hour and 15 minutes-ish. So I noticed that they had brought a ton of yellow school buses to the college, and this was because there's an early college high school, and this is because there was an early college high school located at the same place as the college. There's an actual part that they separate off for them, and so they were evacuating all of the high school students, trying to get them onto these buses and get them to a local fairground so their parents could pick them up and make sure they were safe. I understand that they would be their first priority, seeing as how they are children, but I mean, I'm 19 and I feel like my life still mattered, so me waiting another 55 minutes-ish was honestly, I did not enjoy it. Like, even when they said over the intercom after about 1.5 hours, they said, "Please stay seated. There is a threat of a person with a gun on a school beginning with Catawba." But I wanted to make this video to let you guys know that if there is a lockdown at your school, what you need to do to keep yourself safe. I mean, you really do need to go into a locked room, a room that you can lock yourself. Make sure that there's no windows, or if there are windows, to cover them up. And just make sure to stay hidden and stay as quiet as possible. And don't think it's a joke, because after what's happened at Columbine and Sandy Hook and so many other schools, it's just not smart to think it's a joke and then it actually be serious and your life actually be put at risk, or you end up actually being killed because you didn't take it seriously. I love you guys. I'm thankful that you guys keep watching these videos, and I'll be back very soon with some more. I promise. I know it's been a little while since my last post, but I do love you guys. I'm thankful for every view, every like, every comment, every subscriber. So please don't forget to do those things. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Another spring play, and it was for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I was like, Okay, I'm gonna be stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and try out for it again. So I tried out for it, and wait for this, wait for it. Guess which part I got?